was about
Oh,
more than just theft.
3.5.
The fact that he was a 16-year-old who rose to fame overnight and never had any guidance on finances, never knew how much money was in his bank account. Business managers handle that, and some of them didn't handle it properly. So we're here today because Sean still to this day doesn't know how much money is in his bank account and does like to buy nice stuff.
What? So you don't know how much money you have, you just spending money? But how are you spending money if you don't have it? Are you in debt? Or are you frauding? Cause how is it a wire
Remember, his
fraud
mother
scheme?
was found guilty of fraud and grand theft as well. She got sentenced to 5 years in federal prison last month. Prosecutors said Kingston and his mother used his
Ooh.
celebrity name to trick luxury businesses into delivering things to them before getting.
My boy Sean Kingston was internet scamming. My boy was internet scamming with his mom. His mom got 5 years, bro. He got three and a half.
Payments. The payments were then made
This is
using
crazy.
fraudulent or worthless wire transfers. Kingston and his mom ended up stealing more than $1 million worth of stuff.
Mm.
According to arrest warrants, the pair defrauded a jewelry business, a luxury bed company, car dealerships, and a TV company.
So what he's saying is he never knew how much money he had in the account. He was just sending wires and checks and shit. But that shit was not clearing on their end. But he was getting all the shit and he never returned it.
Jesse
He did
Kirsch is
that for
joining us
over
now with
$1
more on
million
this
worth
outside
of
the
stuff.
courthouse.
Now he's getting
Jesse, the sentence, it could have been worse, right?
raided
The government had
for
asked for
fraud.
more time. What happened in court and what's coming next?
Mm. He could have
So
got him for more
prosecutors,
time.
Yasmin, had asked for 60 months behind bars. He wound up getting sentenced to 42 months, as well as 3 years of supervised release. His attorneys have been pushing for him to spend no time behind bars. His legal team arguing that Sean Kingston should have just served time under house arrest, which he had been doing leading up to his sentencing. His attorneys had pointed to
Trying to
several
get time
things, including
served
the fact that they say that he had
in the house
repaid
arrest.
much of what was owed. They pointed to what they say were good works he'd done in the past, including
Mm.
serving meals around Thanksgiving to those in need. But the judge clearly determined that Kingston needed to spend at least some time behind bars. We did hear from Kingston's legal team afterward. We did not hear from Kingston himself because he was immediately taken into custody. Here's part of what we heard from Kingston's legal.
Where we hear from that? They said he returned most of the money. So that's either from half a million up to like 900,000. I'm going to say he barely returned half a million. They're saying he returned most of the money. He been on house arrest already. The judge is like, nah, you seeing prison time. Damn.
team.
What
I
are
think
they
with
saying
anybody who
about
buys diamond jewelry, and you all know from social
that?
media, I mean, I would call it an addiction. Just like people who have an addiction to gambling get
That's
a
how
lower
that's how
sentence,
they
I would
spin
say
it.
that this was an addiction to nice stuff.
That's how they spin it.
And here's also a look, Yasmin, at some of the figures that have been discussed in this case. And at this point, the amount.
Sean. Running them schemes. My boy was running them. 86, 100K, 160, 20K, half
Of restitution is
mil.
still TBD. There's a
Jewelry,
hearing
half a
set in
mil in
October,
jewelry.
or I should say in October. That is
That's
when we
something
are
light
expecting
for a rapper.
a conclusion to the
But
amount
for
of
the average
money
folk,
that
my
Sean
boy,
Kingston will
that's
still
a
owe,
real
unless
nice
there is
come
any
up.
kind of agreement reached between
That is a
prosecutors
real
and
nice
the
come up.
defense team in between between now and then. And that is what played out outside of the courthouse. We're actually in Miami now, so we're in the general area. But that's what played outside the courthouse. Again, we saw Sean Kingston going into the courthouse. He didn't say anything to us when I asked him what he was going to say to the judge,
Hell
but he did
no.
make some brief comments in the courtroom. He made the push to be able to turn himself in, saying he had some medical appointments that he needed to handle before he was taken into custody. But the judge had him immediately remanded to custody. And so now he's going to be spending years now. He has been behind bars.
Jesse Kirsch, thank you. Appreciate it.
Damn, Sean.
We thank you for watching. And remember,
let me see. That's truly tragic, bro. I mean, but like they said, you know, you come up as a teen in this rap shit, you don't know how to handle money. Nobody's guiding you. You got managers that don't give a fuck about you, taking your money, telling you got this amount, playing with your money and shit, getting money for themselves. Don't give a fuck about you, what you doing with your money. They ain't responsible for you, and you crashing out, and getting luxury items, scheming niggas on Instagram and shit like that. Like, this is a down spiral. Like, it's hard to be famous. Number one, it's hard to grow up, come up as a young person being famous, from a kid to a teenager. That's tough. For the ones that do make it out, it's hardly ever unscathed for sure. But my boy Sean, good luck, my boy. Good luck. Yeah.